Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Davidson College's 2020 graduation. My name is Dean Michael Rosman, and I have designed this Grad Mobile for all the 2020 graduates, including my own daughter, Sophia, who is graduating this weekend from the University of Rochester. We cannot let this day pass without you, Mia, Hannah, and Sam walking across the stage. So we have brought the stage to you here. We cannot replace the real thing, we know that. But here in front of your family and those who are filled with pride for you, we wanted you to have this moment. It is now time for the commencement exercises. I will please ask everybody here to rise. And we're going to start with arm twirls. And some ups and some downs. And then that'll be it for now. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Davidson alumni, Professor J.D. from the class of 2013.
We didn't have a rehearsal for this ceremony. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chambers Lawn North, Spring Lake Edition, where we are gathered today to celebrate the graduations of Hannah, Mia, and Samuel. As many of you know, it is a Davidson tradition to not have special guest commencement speakers. But these, alas, are not normal times. Therefore, it is my honor on this day of the 183rd commencement of Davidson College to introduce to you three Davidson's first special guest commencement speaker. This is a man who has risen the ranks from president of a Davidson College fraternity that no longer exists to the president of a legislative body that has existed since 1777, and who today is portraying the stereotypical character at every graduation of a man in loafers and shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our Maryland Senate President, the Honorable William Claiborne Ferguson IV, Davidson College graduate, 2005.
Good afternoon. This is pretty cool, huh? I want to thank my assistant deputy majority leader, special assistant master of ceremonies, J.D. Merrill, fellow Wildcat. We will have some other Wildcats joining us along the way. We have one who has joined us from the back here, and there may be a few that drive through and honk. I said earlier that we put up the Wildcat symbol in the sky, and they are coming flocking. When a Davidsonian is in need, Davidsonians follow. So I want to welcome everyone to the first ever destination graduation in Baltimore City for Davidson College. These amazing three graduates of the class of 2020, Hannah Cohen, Mia Gogol, and Samuel Todd. Congratulations. So we also will be joined, hopefully very shortly, by two of my classmates who 15 years ago this day were walking across the stage at the time. And Chuck and Courtney, there they are. So perfect timing, as Davidsonians are. Courtney, whose due date was Wednesday, and is, if we see them running, we will know why. She will be going into labor. But I called them this morning and said that there were three graduates who needed a real Davidson graduation, and they said, we'll be there, don't even think twice. So they are here to celebrate you all. I thought back to what was my senior spring like. And there are those things that people talk about. The spring frolics, the beer truck, beach week. And JD and I were talking, and the reality is, spring frolics, it's always raining. right? I mean, it's never really a great event. Everybody has really hyped up thoughts about it, that it's going to be this great ceremony. It always kind of underperforms. So, you know, you probably wouldn't have remembered it anyway, right? You know, the beer trucks and the midnight screams for the final exam week. I mean, that's kind of a weird ritual anyway, right? I mean, who screams at midnight during exams? But, you know, this is a tough moment, and I do want to recognize that I'm sure that this has not been easy for you all. These are very special times, and being away from friends. You are fortunate to have family who are here, but this is tough, and I think it's okay to own it, right? So let's just take a minute and own it for a second. How's it feel? Bummer? It's totally okay. And why? I thought about my Davidson experience, about this moment for you three. And there's two little quick vignettes that I wanted to pass along. The first was when I was at Davidson and when I was a sophomore. I was an econ major. I thought I was going to be in international business, doing investment banking with international businesses, and thought I would focus in China. And so my sophomore year, going into junior year, I was supposed to go to China for 2 months, and that was going to be part of my minor. And I had this program lined up and had everything ready, and I was so excited to go. And that's when SARS broke out. And so a week before I was supposed to go to China, the entire program got canceled. I had to scramble, and I ended up doing this sort of mini study abroad, 4 weeks in Europe, that ended up really changing my thoughts about who I was and what I believed, and really why I was doing banking or what this economics degree was for anyway. It's because of that experience that I ended up being a hall counselor and walking by mistake into a professional development session as a hall counselor where I learned about Teach for America. And Teach for America is ultimately what brought me here to the city of Baltimore and what has changed my life to focus on the quality of public education. So that was the first instance where some unexpected circumstance in my Davidson career really sort of changed the path. The second was in 2010 when I was graduating from law school. And as you all may sort of remember, 2008 was the financial crisis, but it had a little bit of a ripple effect. And so 2010, the law school graduates of 2010 entered what they called sort of the Black Death of the legal market. And so to find a job in the legal profession in 2010 was an impossibility. And so I had done this summer internship at a firm. You were supposed to start right up and you know, become a first-year associate right after you graduate from law school. Well, in my year, in 2009, and that graduating class of 2010, all of the summer associates were told they wouldn't have jobs that next year. I ended up having a conversation with one of the associates at Venable who said, after they didn't pass along job opportunities, and we had lunch, and he said, listen, you know, we've talked about what you care about, and I know the money may be good at the law firm, but this isn't what you really want to do. Don't focus on the law firm. Focus on what you really want to be a part of. Where do you really want to build? What do you want your legacy to be? It was from that conversation that I started looking in 2010 about running for office. And 2 months later, I filed for office to run in the state senate. About a month after that, I met J.D. Merrill, who was then graduating from City College High School and was about to go to Davidson. And we ran a race that nobody thought we should have run, that I never would have run but for this calamity that had totally taken me off this path that I thought I would be on. Here we are 10 years later, and I have the chance to stand before you as the President of the Senate. I say that because none of it should have happened. The plan was to go the traditional route. The plan for you was to have a traditional graduation. But the one thing I've learned in the last 15 years is that the unexpected is what is normal. It is how you handle this moment. It is the grace that you're showing today. It's the overcoming the circumstances of this moment that will prove that you are the people that we all need to be leaders in Maryland and across this country. So whether it was an environmental science plan, if it was soon to be going into the Marine Corps, which we sincerely appreciate your dedication, going off to study history and assist in the researching of maybe prior pandemics and the impacts on human history. Your path is incredibly bright. Davidson College prepared you to do great things. And you now have a duty to pay it back. Despite the moment, despite the circumstances, you will be great. So with that, without further ado, I think we have some diplomas to hand out, and we did make sure to have our socially distanced diploma granting tool I don't know exactly where they are. Do we have a song for the JD may dance, I think? Is that what I heard? Oh, no dancing by JD. Are we ready for the graduates to receive their diplomas? Graduates, if you could please rise. Graduating with a Bachelor's in Arts in Political Science and History, Miss Hannah Jessica Cohen. Congratulations. Oh, you guys pose for a picture? Congratulations. With a major in environmental science, Miss Mia Rachel Gogol. Got it. Congratulations. Oh, your picture. And our final graduate at the destination graduation in Baltimore City for Davidson College, Mr. Samuel Matthews Todd. Congratulations. And if the graduates could return to their seats. A special thanks to Deborah and Barry for helping to set up this this wonderful event, to the family and friends who are joined here together. If the graduates could please rise. Have you already turned your tassels? No. Okay, are we ready? On three. 3, 2, 1. It's official. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Excellent. Well tossed. Now the party. Now the beer truck. Mike, where's the beer truck?
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the graduates of Davidson College, class of 2020. As strange as this may be, we have now guaranteed that you will never forget this day. The world needs you now more than ever. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to the three of you.